Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome back to another video. My name is Tawanda, and I'm the Migraine Crafting Diva. And on this channel, I do decorating on a budget, DIYs, and hauls with a sprinkle of migraine enlightenment. And today's video is going to be a Dollar Tree fall video. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I hope you enjoy. So for DIY number one, I have this Dollar Tree rub-on transfer sticker, and I have one of the little ceramic plates, and I'm just going to go ahead and transfer that rub-on to the ceramic plate. But first I'm going to cut off the bottom half of it because I only just wanted to use the grateful, thankful, blessed part of it. So once I get that cut out and how I want it, I'll go ahead and position it onto the little plate. And that is going to be it for this DIY. Really cute and simple and easy. This transfer is from last year, and when I put it on the plate, I barely had to do anything. It automatically just transferred just like that, which was awesome. So if hopefully Dollar Tree will have these out again this year, because I would really like to be able to purchase some more. But look how cute that is. It's really simple but really cute. Let me know what you think. So moving on to DIY number two. For DIY number two, I have this little rolling pin that I purchased from the thrift store. I believe it was $1. And then I also have another rub-on transfer from the Dollar Tree. And I thought this would be a perfect transfer for fall, especially to decorate in your kitchen, because it has the cows, it has the pumpkins. So here I am just taking off the sticker. And then once I get that taken off, or once the tag, excuse me, the price tag, and once I have that taken off, I'm going to go ahead and take some tape and tape around the edges of the rolling pin, because I'm going to paint the handles with some Waverly Antique Wax and some black chalk paint. I'm going to mix them both together and just kind of make a little mixture. And then I'm going to go ahead and paint the handles with both. And then once it's dry, I'm going to go ahead and add that transfer. And I thought the transfer was going to be a lot easier, because most of the Dollar Tree transfers are easier to basically just transfer. You can kind of just put them on and rub them and they're there. But this one actually took quite a while to get it completely transferred. So if you do buy this transfer, just so you know that, or maybe it just may have been because of the way that I had it positioned, because I went around the rolling pin instead of just like on a flat surface. So that may have been part of why it took so long, but it still ended up turning out really nice. So here I'm just taking the tape off, and then I'm going to go ahead and position the rolling pin how I want it on to the transfer, and then I'll go ahead and cut off the excess of what I'm not going to use. And yeah, look at how cute that is. I love the cow and I love the little pumpkin, and I put those in the middle, like in center of the rolling pin, so that I could when I positioned it, I can either position it showing the pumpkin in the middle, or the rolling pin in the middle, or the cow in the middle. So here I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to go ahead and start transferring. And I would just like to take time out to say thank you all for joining me today and watching my video. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Tawanda, and on my channel I do decorating on a budget, DIYs, and hauls. I also suffer from chronic migraines, so I also do a little bit of migraine education during my videos or at the beginning of my videos. So yeah, if you enjoy what I'm doing, please like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And to all of my subscribers and all of my new subscribers, thank you. I greatly appreciate you subscribing to my channel and watching my videos every Sunday. So here I am positioning it and starting to try and use my nail to do the transfer. And like I said before, usually you can just kind of place them on there and just kind of rub it a little bit and they automatically transfer. But as you can see, that didn't happen. And then I ended up taking, I'm not even sure what I was using at that. Oh, a bottle, the top of a bottle, because I was in my living room and I was being lazy. And I didn't want to go to the craft room to grab anything to help transfer. But eventually I ended up going and getting my the little Cricut tool to transfer, and that worked a lot better, although it still took a long time. And then I also took the scissors and cut the ends and transferred the transfer onto the sides of the rolling pin also. So here you can just kind of see what I'm doing, and just cutting the little cutting the sides, and just using that little Cricut tool to transfer. Actually, I don't even know if that's my Cricut one. I think that might be one from the Dollar Tree. But here I'm just transferring, and it took a long time. It probably took me about 20 minutes to get this transfer completely, because it was taking so long, and I had to rub like really hard to get it transferred over. But nonetheless, I did finish it, and it is done, and I absolutely love the way that it turned out. So let me know what you think, and we're going to go ahead and move on to our next DIY. So we're going to move on to DIY number 3, and here I have some of the gingham ribbon, which I actually ended up not using. I have the Waverly antique wax, the black chalk paint, and then I have this Hello Autumn letter cut out, and I believe that came from Dollar Tree. And then I have a Dollar Tree wood cutting board here. So originally, my plan was to stain the Hello Autumn with the black chalk paint and the antique wax mixture, and put it onto the cutting board, and then I was going to use the ribbon, you see, like I have it here. But I ended up not liking the way that it looked, and then I actually ended up liking the way that the Hello Autumn looked just on the cutting board itself. So I ended up not staining it, and I ended up just hot gluing the Hello Autumn to the cutting board, and I left it like that. And looking at it over a couple of days, I actually ended up not liking the way that it looked. I mean, it's fine, and now that I look at it, I actually could have just put and I may end up going back and making another one, but I actually could have just put one of the Dollar Tree little wooden stems and just turn it into a pumpkin. But I did not like that, so I ended up taking off the Hello Autumn and then using that, mixing up some more of that Waverly chalk paint. I mean, yellow, not Waverly. I think it was Rust-Oleum chalk paint. The lid of the can got really hard, so I ended up putting it in a jar with the antique wax. And here I am doing that. This is a couple of days later, and then I end up putting the Hello Autumn back on, gluing it back onto the cutting board, and I actually like that much better. So here I'm just placing it back on it after I darken it up some, because I didn't really like the orange look of it. So yeah, that is going to be it for this DIY. So let me know if you would have left it like I had it the first originally, or if you would have changed it like I did on the second try. So we're going to move on to our last and final DIY, and this DIY I thought was going to be like a real quick and easy DIY, and it gave me lots of trouble, and yeah, but yeah, let me know what you think once you see it. So we have DIY number 4 here. I have this stencil that I purchased off of Amazon, and I cannot see what it says at the moment, but I'll figure it out and I'll let you all know. And then I have a couple pieces of scrapbooking paper that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. They were both, I believe they were 50% off. So I'm just trying to decide which ones I'm going to use. And I also have a canvas from the Dollar Tree, and I'm also going to use some Mod Podge. So here I am just trying to position the scrapbooking paper how I want it to be placed onto the canvas. Here I'm just applying my some of the Mod Podge, and I'm going to go ahead and place the scrapbooking paper onto the canvas. And I'm going to use one full sheet, and then I'll cut it, and then I'm going to use like just a small piece, maybe like an inch from another piece of that scrapbooking paper to place on the one side so that it'll be fully covered. And then once I have it completely covered, I'm going to for the first time I'm going to use the iron on method to kind of try and make sure that my scrapbooking paper is completely flat. So once I have it cut, excuse me, and to size and place how I want it, I'm going to let it dry for a little bit, and then I'll take some parchment paper and then an old iron. I'm going to just go ahead and iron it for a couple seconds, and it that process is actually not too bad. But yeah, and I think I'll probably try to do it again for a couple of my other DIYs. So here I'm just placing the that looks like it's probably more than an inch. It might be 2 inches of paper, but I digress. So once I have it like I wanted, and I have it completely flat and dry, I'm going to go ahead and add my stencil to I'll go ahead and add my stencil to the board or the canvas. And then this is where it took this DIY. I thought was going to be like really easy. I thought, oh, I'll just go ahead and put the scrapbooking paper onto the canvas, and then I'll go ahead and take a stencil, and I wanted to stencil it white, and so I started off stenciling it white. And here, I'm also using, this is my favorite cutting tool. It came from Temu a while ago, and I really enjoy using that because it cuts really nice. And I really don't like using a razor. I will use one, but once I get really close to the ends of the area, I'll just switch over to scissors. But anywho, so here I'm just taping down the stencil, and like I said, I was going to use white paint, and I think I used plaster, and I also mixed it with some of the baking soda. So I used plaster instead of white. So here I'm just mixing it with some of the I think it's baking soda what I use, I can't remember. So here I'm just mixing it because I wanted to give like a textured look, and I wanted it to kind of be a little thick. So once I have it completely mixed up, I'm going to go ahead and just start to dab it onto the stencil. So, and I believe it says, I don't remember what it says. Oh, hand-picked, farm fresh, and then it has like daily, and then it has a couple of, I think it says like apples and pumpkins and something else. So here I am using that mixture and just kind of going all over it. And I think I actually gave it 2 coats. And so you'll see here at the end, I'll kind of like flip a corner of it up to see what it looks like. And I'm like, nah, I don't like it. And so this is my first attempt, and I didn't like it. So here I'm just kind of flipping it over. It looks okay, I don't like it. So then I actually have some Oops paint that I picked up from Lowe's a while ago. It's like a grayish blue color. So then I went on top of it with that, and I did dry in between with my heat gun. So here I am using some of that, and just dabbing it on top all over. And I actually ended up not liking that either, and you'll see me flip the corner of that also. And yeah, and so I went back over it, then I went over it, I believe, with some of the black. I went over with the black chalk paint, and here I'm just drying it, and then I'll go over it with the black, and I actually ended up not liking it, so I ended up just leaving it alone and just letting it sit for a couple of days. And then I ended up going back over it with the white, and I didn't like it, so I went back over it with the black, and I was just like, you know what, I think I'm going to be done with this DIY because I've just done too much, and also too because I had put so much paint on it at the top, it started to kind of like the paper started to bubble some. So what I ended up doing was just going with the black, and this is like, I think this is the second day. Yeah, I think this might be the second or third day after I looked at it for a while. Went back over it with the black, and then I ended up taking I have a white chalk pen that I have from Hobby Lobby, and I kind of just went around everything and just kind of outlined certain areas just to kind of highlight it. This is what it looks like now, and then I went over it with, and I don't even know if I have that on video or not, but I ended up, oh, this is actually the first day. And okay, so this is the first day before I changed it a couple days afterwards, and I ended up adding the ribbon to the sides. And then, like I said, I looked at it for a couple of days, and I actually ended up not liking the way that it looked. And so when I went back over it, I went back over it with the white, and then I went back over it with the black, and then I just ended up taking that white paint marker from Hobby Lobby and just kind of going around it to kind of highlight the wording so that you could see it better, because I don't know, for me, I feel like I couldn't see it, but my husband said it looked fine. So but yeah, so this is what it first looked like, and it actually doesn't look too bad looking at it on camera, but just doing it, it just didn't seem right. So here I'm just, like I said, I added some white, and I didn't like it, and I went back over it again. This is like attempt number like 1001 because I was just trying to do it until I felt like I liked it and I was happy with it. So here I'm, like I said, just going over it again, and then I'll go over it again with the black, and then I'll add the white. I'll use the white chalk pen to highlight those areas, and yeah, that is going to be it for this DIY. So I'll just let you guys just watch the process as I just kind of tortured myself. So here I am. Yeah, so I'm like, nah, still don't like it. I'll go back over it with the black. So but yeah, so I'll just let you watch what I did here, and that is going to be it for this DIY and for this video. Let me know in the comments which one of these DIYs is your favorite, and the reason why I picked this the scrapbooking paper was because I did a scarecrow theme on my coffee bar last year for fall and throughout well, basically the whole fall until Christmas, and I wanted to use those colors because they matched my scarecrow mugs that I had used last year, and I wanted to put this picture in my coffee bar. But yeah, let me know what you think. And oh, and I did end up, yes, before I keep going, before I end the video, I ended up using some of the well, I forget what they're called, excuse me, some of those crafting sticks, and I just cut the ends off. And so I took the ribbon off, and I ended up I ended up staining it with the black and antique wax stain, and then I went ahead and hot glued those to the edges of the canvas. And yeah, that is going to be it for this DIY. And that is going to be it for today's video. If you like what I'm doing, please like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And like I always say, be nicer, be kinder. God will love you for it. And I hope you have a blessed day. And I will see you next Sunday. Goodbye.